Man beat man is back.
Oh, okay, Jay, boys, do it again. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. Talk to us, true, talk to him. Oh, look at that, my God.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, That's the True Inferno. And let me explain something to you guys real quick. So, today's date, as I am doing this vocal recording, is Friday, April the 13th. By the time this video drops, it will be Wednesday, April the 18th. So, in today's topic, you can tell by the title, is me give you guys my NBA predictions. So, here's the scenario. Again, today is Friday, April the 13th, Friday the 13th. Ooh, yeah, that day. The playoff starts tomorrow. And this video won't be out till April the 18th. So, I'm not doing this video like that Tuesday when the playoffs already started, so my picks don't feel valid. No, these are legit picks. Because none of the games started yet by the time I was doing my vocal recording for this video. So, I just want to get that disclaimer out there. So, one more time. I am doing my vocal recording for this video, April the 13th, which is a Friday, the day before the playoffs. The playoffs start Saturday, April the 14th. This video will not be released until Wednesday, April the 18th. So, with that out the way, let's get on with my picks. We're going to start in the Eastern Conference. And there was a lot of difficult choices to make, especially in the first round and really in the conference finals. And I'll get more on that later. So, here we go. So we got the number 1 seed against the 8th seed. That would be the Toronto Raptors. Yes, the Toronto Raptors are the number 1 seed in the East. And let me explain something to you guys. Right, they got the second best record throughout the NBA. All the NBA. I crap you not. A better record than the defending NBA champions, Golden State Warriors, which could play a big impact later on. We'll get to that later. But this first round matchup, I got Toronto in 6. I don't see nobody sweeping anybody at all this postseason because these are going to be some very competitive games, or series rather. But I see this going 6 because this is Toronto we're talking about here. Toronto in playoffs doesn't exactly go well together for the most part. Now, I did see on ESPN.com that the Toronto Raptors did indeed make an Eastern Conference Finals. I don't recall that happening, to be honest. But still, though. I still see them winning this series because it's the Washington Wizards. And you want to talk about inconsistencies. This is the team right here. But I still see this going in 6. I still see Toronto winning in 6 games. All right, next up is the 4-5 matchup. And instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, I went this route because the winner of these 2 matchups will play against each other in the second round. That's why I went here. So the 4-5 matchup, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Indiana Pacers. And this will not be an easy one. But I still see this going to 6, and unfortunately, I see Cleveland winning this series. So Cleveland wins in 6. Next up is the 2-7 matchup, which is the Boston Celtics against the Milwaukee Bucks. Boston are pretty much hit with injuries, while Milwaukee got talent, especially with the Greek Freak. And even though Boston appear to be the favorites according to ESPN.com, I'm going with Milwaukee. I'm going with Milwaukee. And I think Milwaukee will get the job done because they got the talent. They're healthier. Boston don't have Kyrie. They don't have Gordon Hayward. Obviously, they don't have Gordon Hayward. But still, though, Milwaukee got the talent. I can see them still in game 1 or game 2, or possibly game 5, to be honest. I see Milwaukee winning this in 6 games. Moving on. Now, the 3-6 matchup, I see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Miami Heat. Now, here's my thing about this one. Philly has been in such a row. And before I started this recording, I watched a Chris Smoove video as he was giving his picks. And, you know, basically, any report that Chris Smoove gives out, basically, he got it from a reliable source, like an official reliable source, like ESPN.com or, you know, NBA.com or something along those lines. And Joel Embiid will miss game 1 of this series. Despite that, I see Philly winning in 5. Philly has been in such a row. Like, they are clicking at the right time. They won 16 games in a row. Yes, I'm aware that the teams that they played during this winning streak aren't exactly good or anything like that. You know, the majority of them. But still, to win 16 games in a row in the NBA, that's amazing. And I think they're going to continue that momentum in some way, shape, or form and take this one in 5. Now, let's move on to the second round staying in the East. The 1-4 matchup. Toronto against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So this one's going 7 because, I mean, it's LeBron James we're talking about here. It's LeBron James and a bunch of young talent. But again, Toronto is the number 1 seed. They got young talent as well. And more importantly, they got home field. So even though Cleveland got LeBron, Toronto got home field. And to me, they got slightly better talent. I got Toronto in 7. So putting them back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Again, I do not recall them going to the Eastern Conference Finals in franchise history to begin with. But some of y'all may leave a message in the comment section below saying, oh, Toronto went to the Eastern Conference Finals in this year. And they played against that team. And they lost against that team. So they probably got swept. I probably don't remember them going. But anywho, or losing in 5. But anywho, the 3-7 matchup, Philly against Milwaukee. These two teams are extremely young, but I got Philly winning this one in 6. And then this one, I was stuck on this one. The 1-3 matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Toronto Raptors against the Philadelphia 76ers. I was really stuck with this one. I was leaning Philly in 6, but I went with the safe pick, and I'm rolling with Toronto in 7. That's what I'm going with right now. So I got the Toronto Raptors going to the NBA Finals. I'm about to say national championship game like this was college basketball, college football or something. Now let's go out west. The 1-8 matchup. Houston against Minnesota. So I got Houston in 5. This should relatively be an easy one for Houston. Heck, like 4 out of the 5 games could be competitive, but I see Houston winning 3 out of those 4 games, meaning that 5th game will be a blowout in Houston's favor. So I can see that happening. Now let's move on to the 4-5 matchup, the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Utah Jazz. This one will be a tough one. This one will be a close one. This one could potentially be the best matchup in round 1. This one is going 7 games. I can see both teams winning on the opposing's home court, like the opposing team's court rather. But at the end of the day, I see OKC winning this series in 7 games. Now the 2-7 matchup, the Golden State Warriors against the San Antonio Spurs. Now, in one side, we got the Golden State Warriors squad who are missing Steph Curry. On the other side, you got the San Antonio Spurs squad who are missing Kawhi Leonard. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If both the guys were healthy and were playing and were 100% and was like in peak, condition in terms of basketball and NBA, and that type of scenario. Yeah, let's go with that. I would pick the Spurs. But without Kawhi, I don't see them winning this series. But at the same time, because Golden State don't have Steph Curry, and the Spurs already played the Golden State Warriors tough for the most part. This one going 6, but I got Golden State winning in 6. Now, moving on to the 3-6 matchup, Portland against the New Orleans Pelicans. This one will be another one. This is another contender for the best playoff series in the first round, because this one going 7 games. And I can see them trading victories on each other's court. But at the end of the day, I got Portland winning that series. Moving on to the second round. The 1-4 matchup, Houston against OKC. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to see OKC go to the Western Conference Finals, I was thinking East, but I know what conference this is. I got Houston winning in 6. And then the 2-3 matchup, I got Golden State winning in 6. At that point, Steph Curry should be back. Now, whether he would be in tip-top condition or not will be another story. If not, I think Golden State will have enough to get past Portland. I don't think Portland have enough to deal with Golden State. So I got Golden State winning in 6. Now, the 1-2 matchup in the Western Conference Finals. You want to talk about me being stuck on the 1-3 matchup out east between Toronto and Philly? I was really stuck on this, right? I think I was stuck for like 15, 20 minutes trying to decide who would go to the finals. I was really stuck. I really was stuck between Houston and Golden State. And when it comes down to it, cause Houston also got an injury to what's his name, Moutier, who is like their energizer bunny basically, and you need those type of players, especially in the playoffs, in my opinion. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I'm not sure if it was reported. If it was, I forgot. But if he's going to miss the playoffs, then Houston would be in trouble. And I have to say, because of that, I went with Golden State in 6. As much as I do not want Golden State to go back to the NBA Finals, I would prefer Houston. I would prefer OKC. I would prefer Portland. And obviously, I would prefer the San Antonio Spurs. But I got Golden State in 6 and going back to the NBA Finals, where they will not have home field advantage because, like I said earlier, Toronto have the second best record in the NBA behind Houston. And Golden State got the third best record in the NBA. So, therefore, Toronto will have home field advantage here. Despite that, I got Golden State winning in 6. So, it doesn't matter who come out of the East. You know, it don't matter who comes out of the East. Whether they play Houston or Golden State, one of those two teams will win the championship. And, unfortunately, I got Golden State winning it all this year. So, that's my number 1 pick. Golden State winning the NBA championship this year. If it's not them, I'm going with Houston. And if it's not them, I normally like to give you guys my top 3 favorites in terms of winning it all. If it's not Golden State, if it's not Houston, who would be that third team? I don't see Portland. If it's not, you know what? No, I ain't gonna say that. I can't say them. I'm not. I would probably say Toronto. I would say Toronto would be that third team. To play safe, I would say Toronto again. I would say Toronto would be that third team. So that's my NBA predictions. Now, normally I would like to give you guys my NHL predictions at the same time. But seeing how the Detroit Ravens are not in the playoffs, I'm not going to do that. I'm not sure if I did that last year. But anywho, so with that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, the new Jay Gatsby, a.k.a. the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.